Welcome and welcome to the present. How we doing this beautiful Saturday evening? Arsenal won its opening salvo, its opening game in the 2024-2025 Premier League season. Sir, are you happy or are you complaining?
Very glad. I'm so glad because we remember our predictions. 4-0 and 5-0.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
didn't go that way. We could have scored up to 3 or 4 if we are being fair. But we know you don't score every chance. But I think the main
Sure.
thing was, which I had been happy about, that would be important to us, was clean sheets. So I don't
Yeah.
care about some. Yeah, we also had some chances that Raya actually did well to save. So
Yeah.
I would say the clean sheet is the most important because I've spoken about it. No matter how people talk about us needing a striker, we need to keep enough clean sheets to make sure that we can, because if we prevent people from scoring, we score. If we can stop from 20 and reduce from 29 to 17 goals a season in terms of conceding, that means we should win the league. You understand? I just think we should win the league if we concede just 17 goals. So that's my, would I say, thought process on it. But overall, based off of the opponents and how they played, we had a good game regardless.
So before we proceed, before I leave my claims to other things that we'll talk about, guys, like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. One more time, like the video, very important for the algorithm. Subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Very, very important. For me, it was a good game. Like you said, I was predicting a 4-0. I think we should be beating Wolves emphatically at the Emirates Stadium. I was wrong. I was emphatically wrong because the Wolves came in and they gave us a good game. They are not mugs. They have a decent midfield. Gomez, what's his name? Lamina, Bagake. They gave us a good game. They are not mugs.
Yeah.
So those are complaining that we should have done more. I like, see, what's the most important thing today? Win. In terms of priority, the priority is to win.
Win. Yeah.
Win, then
second
performance.
Win with a clean sheet.
Exactly. Yeah. And we had a clean sheet, right? And we had a good performance. Now, was it an excellent performance? Yeah. It's not easy to have an excellent performance against a team that played very well as they did as Wolves. Because it was a game. So I do not understand why somehow the modern Arsenal fan, no matter what we do, they always find something to moan and cry about. No matter we won the game, which is sorry,
it's past the agenda. You see here your brothers today. Striker, we need a striker brigade. I heard they are having a meeting around 10 p.m. this evening.
So those who were shouting Kai Havertz cannot lead us anywhere, he scored today again. At least he had a good one and assist today. What about that? What about that? The donkey.
Bro, let me
tell you. Kai Havertz, the donkey.
It was Ivan Toney. If this was Ivan Toney,
yeah,
what will be seen today? What will be seen today? The timeline would have shut down. You have to understand this. I don't know, this brainwash or psychological manipulation that people now believe. Oh, this guy is the person. See, I'm telling you, even if Ivan Toney comes to our team, now benching good day, he's not starting. All this, he cannot start. He does not. There's nobody who will bench here. There's nobody.
He's not good enough.
I'm sorry.
I don't even expect him to come to our team because he's not good enough. You see, I don't care how big your channel is. You can push out the agenda. You do not have the say. You don't have the power to actually make it happen. You can push out the agenda in the world you want. You do not have the power to make it happen. Because today, I don't understand why. I didn't want to talk about Rice's performance, but in context of how people were actually overly criticizing Partey, let's talk about it. Rice was a passenger in the team today, but we want to scapegoat Partey. We want to scapegoat Partey that Partey did this, and let's stop it. Even Rice was cramping up today. Not Partey.
I don't know what people were seeing. Partey did his thing. Now I get
Yeah.
people who say, "Oh, he's not moving like before." You see, yeah, he's not moving like before because let's be realistic. When he came back, we knew he wasn't up to speed. He still needs a lot of games to get back to that particular peak form, and he's not going to do it on the bench. He has to do it while playing. And today, Rice in some moments was suspect. Now I get that he didn't have a preseason with them to reset his brain, because let's be realistic. When you're coming back from slavery football, you need to
Are you there?
football styles of play. Shocked that people weren't talking about Rice, because in some moments I thought Rice was very suspect, very very
Not
suspect.
not in some moment. If you watch the game objectively without trying to scapegoat Rice, but for the context
Yeah,
of this conversation about Partey, Rice was basically a passenger in the midfield. What did Rice do today?
yeah,
Not nothing. But we are going to focus on Partey and look now. I'll push back on the assertion that he's not moving the way he used to move. No, I disagree. Give credit to Wolves. They
mm.
were tight, they were aggressive, they
Yeah.
pressed us
Though
well.
they marked us crazily today. Now you saw
So
the
what
way
what
they didn't give us space. They didn't allow us
yeah.
breathe. And that,
So
that's not
sometimes
a lie, because it's not
we
only
are,
Party. They were
yeah, we're acting as if we are playing against our under 17. Playing against Wolves, a very, very solid, a very, very good team. On its day, they can beat anybody.
okay.
So for you to now know, oh, Rice Party was nah, I'm not buying that. Even when Party was in his pump, he was still making certain mistakes. See, Messi,
Yeah, of course.
Iniesta, even Busquets, they don't have 100% game. They can have 90% game. Nobody, no footballer will have 100% game. But the reason, see, the agenda, when I know this is an agenda, is because, right? Rice didn't have a great game.
Yeah,
Nobody's talking about Rice. Saliba was clumsy today.
of course.
Almost gifted Wolves a goal.
Yeah,
Nobody's talking about Saliba. But let's talk about
a goal.
Partey. So let's talk about Partey. Nah, that's on bollocks. That is on bollocks, and I'm not
I
falling
was
for it.
thinking rumor that Arsenal are open to selling Partey. I
You know
was
that's
just thinking.
bullshit.
So you're telling me now, if I'm being reasonable, Arsenal
Yeah,
didn't think that they would sell Partey since is now. They are
yeah.
thinking about it. Come on. So who are they going to bring in as a replacement?
So we have to bring two
People will be,
midfielders in
that's
a
the same.
hurry. Yeah, we have to bring two midfielders. People are saying bring in Moreno. I'm not saying you should not bring in Moreno. Moreno is part of the plans, including Partey. So see, get your head out of
Yeah.
your ass. Let's stop it.
Of course.
No matter the agenda you're running, you do not have the power to influence as much as you think you can influence. It's part of Arteta's plan, at
Def-
least for this season, whether you like it or not. It's part of the plans. So it's crazy. It's extremely crazy.
People don't talk about it enough. You understand? We don't talk about how sometimes that these teams know what made Wolves that scoreline uh, respectable was the way Wolves played. Because
Exactly.
Wolves knew if they did not keep up to, oh Lord, they would have been destroyed. We saw moments in the first half when we would have given those guys 3 or 4. We saw it. So I think we should understand that teams are not going to allow us just walk away. And that is why Ateta talks about raising the standards, because
Yeah.
they know. So you get to that level where you're what? This is what he was talking about, where you will not be your best, but you're still better than the team you played. And that is what we did today.
Exactly. And you have to win. For me, the most important
Exactly.
thing is win, then the performance, then the other ones that is subjective. We can discuss about it. Now,
Of
let's
course.
do some of the player ratings, if you don't mind. Very, very important. So let's start from David Raya. What are you giving David Raya today?
I'll give Raya a solid 9.
Why giving him 9, if I may ask?
He made 3 very good saves. The one against that guy in the first half.
Okay,
I don't know how he did
that
it.
was how he did that one. I don't know. That was a fantastic save.
Yeah,
The way he changed his direction when he was already going one way. That
exactly.
for me, that just showed us that Ramsdale, like you sent me that tweet, you have to wear a seat belt. Ramsdale will have to
Of
wear a seat
course.
belt.
And
So aside from
the
injury,
one in the second half, the Saliba one.
yeah,
The Saliba one, I wouldn't blame Saliba because for me, I wouldn't have given that ball to Saliba. That ball shouldn't have gone to Saliba. One B, I thought it should have gone in or give it to Gabriel. When he gave to
I must agree
Saliba,
with
for
you.
me, I
I
just
must agree with you.
no, bro.
Okay.
Watch it again. Go back.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel gave him the ball. I thought Raya would normally do and give it back to Gabriel. There were two people ready to press Saliba. The only thing was sometimes we expect Saliba as a Superman and he can play on the. I thought just whack it in. That was what I thought. You go back and watch, you see that was the wrong choice. You understand? For me, I
I'm
wouldn't
not
have given it to
saying
Saliba.
it's not the wrong choice, but I still blame Saliba, right? Even though when you
Yeah,
are giving the ball at the wrong time, whack it to the stands
yeah,
and so you can regroup. Don't try to be overly
yeah.
clever. Saliba for me, he's not escaping his responsibility. He was trying to be overly clever.
No, of course. That one was what are they calling it? That one was. I thought you should have cleared. Yeah, but I just thought there.
See,
I
two
wouldn't
two
have given it
mistakes.
to.
See, we shouldn't
Yeah,
make it double mistake. Okay, Raya has made a wrong choice. Why should Saliba
choice. Yeah.
compound by making another wrong choice? Walk into the stand,
Mm.
regroup. Remember the Champions League
Yeah.
first leg against
Yes,
Bayern.
exactly. Against Bayern. That was how
So
they came back. True.
yeah, you can't make two errors. Saliba for me too was trying to be too cute and to be too smart. Sometimes you have to say,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to go back to basic and walk into the stands.
Mm.
So, but
Yeah,
shout out
true.
to Raya. For me, he had a fantastic performance, even though we dominated possession, but those saves were
Yeah.
very, very,
Even the
very good
one that
saves. So,
Timber lost before.
yeah,
That one that Timber lost the
those are very
ball.
good.
That was a very good save. That was a
Yeah.
very good save.
So,
So
I'll
for me,
support you. I'll go. I'll give Raya a 9 too. I'll give Raya a 9. So let's go to the
yeah.
right back, Ben White. I'll give Ben
Mm.
White a solid 8. He was
Uh,
aggressive. He was supporting Saka. He won his
yeah.
draws, most of his draws. So I'll give him a solid 8. What gives Ben White?
I was thinking 7. Not like he did too much today. One thing, even if all these teams pass and they hold the ball, I don't feel as if they threaten us that much. That is all I just felt. That they still don't threaten us or make us scared. I know the reason why we were scared when they were playing like that was because we were at 1-0. If it was 2-0,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have been scared. Everybody would have been okay. Let's calm down. We hit them on the counter again. So I thought Ben White he just did his thing, nothing too much for him to do. So I just give him a 7.
Okay. Saliba. What are you grading Saliba for his performance against Wolves?
I give him a 7.
This
You
will give me a
understand?
7. Wasn't an excellent performance. Was a very good one, but yeah, it was a bit
Yeah.
clumsy. Maybe still a bit of rustiness
Of
in his
course.
body. So I'll give him a
Yeah, of
7.
course, that one is
Gabriel
there.
Magal.
Yeah.
So what are you giving Gabriel?
I think I give Gabriel an 8 because Gabriel was the one who took some, what do they call it? Some
Some
shots for
shot
the
to his
team,
ribs.
especially in the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
And
But to
he
be
really
fair,
followed.
Gabriel has a horrible habit of overly committing. Then you now have to take risk
Yeah.
to atone for his mistake. Yeah, yeah. See, I love Gabriel, right? But
Yeah.
I've noticed a habit from Gabriel that he likes to overly commit sometimes,
Oh, of course.
then try to recover and become a messiah of some sort. Like Gabriel, use your damn
Yeah.
brain, use your damn brain sometimes. So I'll give Gabriel a 7. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah.
What about our friend Zinchenko?
Mm.
What I give Zinchenko?
Zinchenko. I'll give Zinchenko. I don't know. I'll give Zinchenko a 7. I don't see anything bad. He didn't do bad. Was there any point that they actually beat him in the game?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
think
say
they
so, but
really
I'll
went
give
past.
Zinchenko a 6. I give him a 6 because there are some times that with no pressure, he was still making unforced errors in the game. I'm like, what is
Okay,
wrong
I
with you?
not to the ball too much.
Yeah, the first time when it was free Martinez, Martinez is making the run. You can say him, give me the ball now. You're holding on to the ball too
Yeah.
much. What are you trying to do? So sometimes Zinchenko, as technical as he is, he can overly complicate basic things sometimes that look very, very straightforward.
Yeah,
So I'm giving Zinchenko a 6.
definitely.
So let's move to the midfield.
Yeah.
Let's go with Partey. So what are you giving Partey in terms of the rating
Partey
against
for me
Wolves?
was a solid 7.5. Solid 7.5. Because for me, he shielded as he was supposed to shield. When people complain
Yeah.
that Partey this, Partey that,
Yep.
Partey did his work shielding. Some of the chances that we got was not the shots that the cross is not Partey's fault. The shot, um, the other two shots from
It's not
Saliba's
Partey's
error
fault.
and Timber's error,
Yeah.
it was not
Error. It's
Partey's
not
fault.
Partey's fault.
Partey was
But it's Partey to talk about.
so
But it's Partey those
you
scapegoats.
can yeah. So they want to say some moments. Oh, Partey passed ball and the ball went. You saw the way those guys came with a game plan, and with that
Sure.
game plan, it wasn't easy. But for me, he still
If you
did what
notice in the first
he
half,
does. You understand?
Balagade was actually following Partey and was firing Partey until he was given a yellow card. He now stopped being overly aggressive on
Bro,
Partey. If
I'm
you notice
telling
that first half,
that
it's as if Gary
yeah,
O'Neill told him target Partey. Now people will not see that part. No, 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 no,
exactly.
no, no, no.
They don't, we don't
This-
look at tactic. We don't study the tactical point of the other team to also know,
yeah,
this is how they try to make things uncomfortable. Because these teams know, I said it before, they are not going to let Arsenal walk over them. If Arsenal does, they are getting a hiding. They knew it. And that
yeah,
was why he came prepared.
exactly.
So we have to give credit where it's due. We also have to give credit where it's due. So Partey for me, solid 7.5. I don't know what they were expecting him to do. They wanted him to carry and what are they called, a car on his head and play. Well, they should go and
No,
look for Superman somewhere.
no. I'm giving Partey a solid 8. Good performance. Yes, they did nick off the ball from him sometimes, just because the other team was fantastic. Like I'm giving Partey a solid
Yeah,
8. Without Partey in that midfield, I don't think we get a result because people who
yeah,
actually want to give him his flowers because they have an agenda against him right now, and it is profitable to push the party agenda. Let's just say
Partey
it is
agenda.
profitable to push the party agenda, the clicks, the engagement, the likes that translate into money. So it's easy to do that. So I'm giving party a solid 8.
Of
I
course.
is easy money. The party agenda is easy money. Let's not be stupid. So we know what's going on. So Rice for me, I'm giving Rice a 5. It was non-existent in this game. Let's be fair. It was the team was carrying Rice along. He was just coasting along.
Yeah.
I can't remember any good action that Rice had in this game against Wolves. So I'm giving Rice a basic 5.
I'll give him a 6. Some chances to shoot. He made his way into the box, but I just felt he wasn't at peak performance. At one point, he had already, would I say, been worn out. So you could see that was why, hence the cramp that
Yeah,
he got at the end of the game. It was just evident that, as you said, he was coasting through, trying to keep up,
yeah,
hoping that at least the only way it would have been favorable for him is if we had scored, you know, 2 or 3. Yeah, he wouldn't have
yeah,
needed to, train himself. But I still give him a 6 for the effort to try and run up and down, to try and
yeah.
win ball, win the
Any
ball. He
decent
didn't
human
win
being
as
can run.
much as we wanted.
You can run, I can run. Any decent human being can run. So him just running up and down for me is not good
No, of
enough for a
course,
professional footballer.
yeah.
So, but I respect
For
your
me,
decision
I
to
just
give
think
him.
as he could not contribute any.
So he contributed running.
I understand this thing.
You are very
Ah,
lenient with
bro,
him.
bro, just don't be just don't be useless. Because there are some moments where now run make person fear for pitch. So
Okay, that's fair. So what about Odegaard? Let's go to Odegaard. I'm giving Odegaard
all the
I'll
gaps
say
fantastic.
Yeah, he was there. So some moves, he was pressing, he was in the press sometimes. Him and Kai Havertz in the press. So I'll give Odegaard a solid 8 based on effort. There was sometimes his technique was helping us out. So I'll give Odegaard a solid 8. Like I said, Captain Fantasy had a very good game. I'll still go back to it. Wolves actually surprised me
Yeah.
objectively. They played well.
Bro,
They played well.
even me, I want to even say 7.5 because even as Odegaard was pressing, there were moments he was not seeing the ball.
Exactly.
Let's
That's
be
exactly
realistic. Moments
that's how good
he was
Wolves were. Yeah, that's some techie players.
they
Wolves
played
have some
like I was
techie
yeah, I was
players.
impressed. So when Odegaard was moving with the ball, and there were moments where there were 2 on him, 3 on, and he was moving. I just said, this is why Odegaard is that guy. Why he just blows
Yeah.
me away. You understand? So for me, that's what I just observed today. What I just observed.
So 7.5. I'm giving him an age. You're giving 7.5. So let's go to Martinelli. Yeah, Martinelli. Not a bad performance, but not an
I
excellent
feel Martinelli
performance.
was good.
Yeah, it was just there. I just think it was just there, and it was well
For me,
marshaled
I
by
will
the.
give him, but bro, I am sorry to cut you short.
No problem.
I would have given. See, I just think Martinelli was an assist or a goal away today from saying he had a very good game because he did create some good chances. When someone isn't man of the match, they don't tend to talk about him.
Yeah.
Martinelli today created some very good chances. I can't lie. The one he gave Kai that we thought Kai would score in the second half. There were some moments
Yeah.
he ran was some 1-2. We even saw there was a shot that led to a corner when he decided to shoot rather
So
than
that I gave to
maybe
Rice. I remember that
Rice.
one.
On another day that could have been a goal. So I understood. You can see Martinelli's game today was not about the speed to run. It was just about the ability to pick out players. You see, there are other things he's adding to his game. It's not just run, run, run like people are making us feel he's doing. He was also trying to pick out players and pick. You saw the pass that he gave to Partey, that Partey nearly scored, that went wide with
Yeah.
his left foot.
Yeah.
So I think he did have a good game today. He did have a good game today. So I just give him a 7. Just a 7.
I'll give him a 7 too. 7 for me is just good. Nothing excellent, nothing fancy. But yeah, like I said, Wolves were not mugs. They make it tough. They made it very tough for us. They didn't
Yeah.
make it easy. So I think 7 is a fair assessment and appraisal for Martinelli. So let's go to the goal scorer, Kai Havertz. For me, he did his thing. He was going to the midfield. He was in the line. He was aggressive. He had that
Yeah.
tussle with that Wolves defender. Well, Kai Havertz, he did his thing and scored a goal, had an assist. What more can you ask from your striker, the proverbial donkey of the
Of
Arsenal
course.
fan base? What more can you ask from him? So I'll give him a solid 9. I'll give him a solid 9. Even people might think I'm being overly generous. So no, I think he had a very, very good performance and he scored a goal, had an assist. So what more can you ask of your striker? He delivered. So he
Of
delivered.
course. 8.5 is what I will give him. So that I will not just 8.5. Let me just say, yeah,
So
8.5 what I will give it. For me, he did everything today.
Okay. So let's look at Saka. Saka scored a goal, had an assist, and had his usual signature limp in the game. We are not getting used to Saka's signature limp in the game. So I'll give Saka a solid 8. Very, very good game. Did his thing defensively, was helping the team out. Offensively, he gave them a lot of trouble, cutting in, going to the midfield. It was all over the gap, shooting, aggression. So there's no more you can ask from Saka from what he did today. He delivered and he scored a goal and provided an assist. What more can you ask from your attacking player? So I'll give him a solid 8.
For me, it's a 9. He was my man of the match because there were some moments Saka was moving like Ronaldinho. Did you see the skill move he did in the box? And he moved the ball from one. I say, you know what your video.
Saka is he responding to me. Yeah, papa. And the papa left me out. Oh, that's good.
The quality of the coach today was a fantastic one. The quality of the
Yeah.
cross was really superb and fantastic. And the shot for that goal, those are the kinds of shots that when Rodrigo and Vinicius take, people will be waxing lyrical. But we see our own people take it. We don't.
Nah, it's over
Exactly.
familiarity now. We watch them too much. So on the other side, we had a few people coming. Jesus played 5 minutes and plus change. Trossard came in for Saka in the 80th minute. Timber came for Zinchenko.
Yeah.
Can't be rating those players based on the amount of minutes they played. It was small minutes, so we can't be overly rating them. So Jesus looked bright when he came in for the 5 to 10 minutes that he played, looking sharp. And I don't know why he actually got that yellow card for. That guy as he of geisha. That geisha guy.
No, bro, that was a geisha move. Jesus was shocked with that geisha move. That is a South American shit. That was why Jesus' first reaction was to push. That's what I was saying. Because me, I will not be tying my foot. You will come and talk. No. I will ask you, what's up? Hey, bro,
I understand, right? But you have to understand that. But you have to understand that these referees, you don't want to allow them to make irrational decisions. You like, what is a red card? That's why I'm like, Jesus, behave yourself. Behave yourself. So you have to understand who you are dealing with.
You know, the thing is, we bank on the competence. Like you normally remind the competence we think some of these people have, they don't have it. So
exactly,
that one is also very fair.
So we won the game 2-0. Saka and Kai. What's your take? I've not had your take on the game because when I did my match reaction, you were not there. What was your take on the game today? The victory. Did you see anything we need to improve on, or are you comfortable while we're moving? Let me just have your own appraisal of the victory we had today.
I think we will still improve. That is what do they call? That is what will happen. We will improve. Would I say we should move the ball quicker? Yeah, I would say move the ball quicker, but we are not playing mugs here. You understand? We're not playing people that are slouches. People also have to understand the season just began. So this team, some of these teams have, we have to understand that they will come with that steam early on. So at one particular point, things will die down. Yes, I know our next game will be Aston Villa. But with Timber coming in, we see that I feel Timber will play the next game. Timber really improved us when he came on. His physicality, his athleticism, his strength, everything.
And we saw the worst of Timber too. We saw the good side of Timber. And we saw he got overly excited. He thought it was Ronaldinho. Nah, Timber. Stay within your budget. Stay within your budget. Like he got too excited and he almost cost us the goal. So as much as I love what he's doing, someone has to pull him to say, Timber, calm down. We know you're excited to be back. You know you want to show off your skill set. There was a move in the second half that he almost created a goal for us. Like, I'm like, okay, I like that. Then I saw the other side of Timber. I'm like, Timber, man, come on, man. You can't be doing this. So because when you play a team like Aston Villa that went to West Ham to win today, and we know how we and Aston Villa will be, how we roll, we are not friendly with Aston Villa, and they will want to get one over us again. So he has to behave himself. I don't want to see Zini against Aston Villa. I don't even see him on the bench.
I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be Zini. I know he will be on the bench. I just think
I don't want Zini to be an option.
I understand what you mean. Just like brother holding.
Yeah, there's Calofuri, right? And I would rather take my chances with Skelly than Zini on the bench. So that's how I see it. Yeah.
And For me, the game today, yes, I think it was more me being impressed with Wolves, like I always am,
Mm-hmm.
than me being, you know, scared. Obviously, we know how funny football can be. If you're 1-0 up, we know in the EPL 1-0 is a very dangerous scoreline. So you have
Very
to keep pushing.
precarious.
So
Very precarious.
that was one thing that I thought maybe made people edgy. You understand? But I would
Sure.
say this: teams can keep the ball against us. But if they keep the ball, if they keep the ball and move the ball, there's one thing we do not afford them, which is progression. And we should not also
Yeah.
forget that these players, we saw Ateta taking off Rice and Saka. So it means they were able to rest some extra. And the players are not even at their peak yet. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm
definitely.
not even bothered. But of the fact that they may not be at their peak, but we can still keep a clean sheet. We can still be defensively resilient and solid. So that's the most important thing for us. You need to be able to make sure. And I think one thing people don't understand is why we might have had just a theory. People might sneeze at it and they may not take it seriously. The reason why we may not have overgone, overpressed, and overdone things is because our next round of games are games where we have to play a certain way, which
Yeah.
is being without the ball. We should understand that we can be without the ball because it's easy for everybody to tell us we are a possession based team. Yes. But
Yeah.
sometimes you have to understand playing away. We saw Liverpool today away. Even their manager said it. He said the first half they were all over Liverpool. And it's normal when you're going to an away side that just came back from the championship. The fans want to make some noise to get to be heard. It's normal.
Yeah.
We're not saying it's not normal, it's normal. But what people have to understand is our next in 5 games, we might have, I think we have 2 away games, which is Aston Villa and Tottenham,
And
something
Tottenham, yeah.
around that. So we have to prepare that we are going to be more defensive in some cases. So today it might was a rehearsal for us to get used to it because
It's a
Ateta
dress
spoke about
rehearsal.
yeah, Ateta spoke about preparing the team with some true fixtures, knowing fully well that you might play a certain kind of teams. So you have to make sure that everybody is used to playing. If you are playing Aston Villa, we should be able to be behind the ball. If you are playing Tottenham, we
Yeah.
should be able to be behind the ball. So I think that's why we were a little withdrawn today because we don't have to like you said, we don't have to use all our
Well,
energy on
exact
Wolves. We still have
energy. Yeah. And to be fair, when Wolves had that 7 minutes to 10 minutes of spell, that they were controlling the game, they were
yeah,
bumping the ball around. I was like, "Oh, these guys are some techie players." Like, even though I'm an
of
Arsenal
course,
fan, I have to give credit to where credit is due. They were passing the ball, they held onto
definitely,
the ball, they kept it well. And Arsenal fans, you see, stop getting ahead of yourself. You don't have the temerity and the right to hold on to the ball 100% of the game. It's not possible. Even Prime Backer, he didn't hold on to the bulk, the position of the possession all the
exactly,
time. All the time they did not. So let's
exactly,
not overly embellish and exaggerate things. There'll be spells in the game. The opponent will have the ball. Get used to it.
definitely,
Get used to it. It happens. So for me, the next game is very important. Hopefully, we have no injuries. Hopefully, we came out of this game unscathed. So I'm happy you got the victory. Uh, we had a clean
yeah,
sheet. Let's see what Chelsea and Man City can do tomorrow. And let's see. And if you can start the gap from tomorrow, I love it. So good game. We've
yeah,
done the player rating. We've done the review. So all the agendas, let's stop it. See, Arsenal fans, you were complaining when we start competing, the complaints will die down. Now we are winning. You've moved the goalpost to agenda. Like we won today,
of course. No,
and
no,
people are
I
arguing
don't.
as if we didn't.
Yeah,
People are arguing as if we didn't win. Like this is crazy. This is disturbing. This is a new trend of fan based behavior is very disturbing. That even though
bro,
when you
the
win,
season is back. You have to. They have to eat. They don't spend
They have
someone
to eat.
money.
Yeah,
You guys get the you have to
yeah,
reimburse them.
yeah. They have to eat. They have to eat. Naive fans keep falling for this trope. They keep falling for the same thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, guys, you're watching on a playback. Be kind enough to like the video. Very, very important. If you're new here, please subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. Very, very important. Doesn't take more than a few seconds to do that. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. So, what are your last words as we round up this brief live stream regarding the match review and the player rating we just done?
I'm glad. I'm glad we could gather and do it, and I'm glad for our win today. Like we said, the most important thing was a win, which we
Yeah.
got. So, on to the next one.
For me too, we won. Let's keep moving. Let's keep professional. I'm happy that team got a few minutes. Unfortunately, Calafri didn't get a few minutes. I expect him to get in the next game. You know, Ateta likes to bet in his players gradually and surely. So he will get a few. He will still get his
Of
minutes.
course,
The season is still long.
see, I don't even want him into. This is what Pep does. Pep will do this, give the players time, they're bedding. We know where he's coming from. He has all the qualities. So once it's
Yeah,
time, we'll see him.
exactly,
We'll enjoy him.
exactly. So guys, thank you for being with us today. Even though guys were not in the comment section, I don't know why you're just watching from the skies. It is what it is. So like the video, very important. Subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notification bell. And we'll see you guys on the next stream. Bye for now.